Alright, hello, we're back. As you can see, it's starting to look like a pretty nice terrain piece here. It's all flocked. And I've tapped off some of the excess flock, and you can see, since it's simple to do, why I tint the hydrocal brown. There's a few spots where the brown's showing through, and it actually helps the color a little bit, breaks up all the green. And there may be a few spots like here on the edge where you can see the paint line. I'll probably put a little extra flock on top of some glue there. But some of these other spots in the middle where the brown of the hydrocal is showing through, I'll probably just leave be. Alright, so what we're going to do to put the finishing touches on this piece is we're going to seal this flock down a little bit more. And then we're going to put on some slightly denser types of flock, some bushes and some coarse turf, to give it a little bit more of a realistic look. Alright, so to seal this flock, all I'm going to do is spray some more of our mister on it. And let's see. It's going to work today again. A little bit more glue than I wanted to there, but that's not going to hurt anything. It dries clear. There we go. And if the glue that the scenic cement happens to run down in large quantities down the side of the cliff, it can accumulate here and cause some problems. It may dry not completely clear, so sometimes if it runs down, I'll use a towel to dab at it to get the excess off, but I think we're fine right now. So what this layer of sprayed cement will do is lock this turf down even tighter, and also I can go over a few spots here that need to be have a little additional flock put on them. Alright, so I'm going to pause it here and we'll come back after that step's done and we'll put on some coarse turf. Alright, we're back. And I've got spray cement all around the flock here, so hopefully that'll dry up here in a little while. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put some additional different granularities of turf on here. And we're going to start with Woodland Scenic's coarse turf, and I've got two different colors of that, a light and a dark. I think I'm going to actually start with the dark here. There we go. So I'm just going to pour some of that out on my table. There we go. And I'm putting this on with another Woodland Scenic's product, using a lot of that on this model. This one's called Scenic Glue. It's a little thicker than the matte medium that we've been spraying on for the flock. This is closer to your standard white glue, but it's a little bit stronger. And I've mixed it with just a hint of water here for this purpose. Sometimes for bushes I'll use it solid. For this coarse turf I'll usually mix it with a little bit of water. I'll just get that on a toothpick, go to the model, and drip it on where I want it. And I'm going to go right here. And for this stuff I like to let it hang over. I think it has a nice effect, so I'm actually going to go over the side of the model a little bit here. This is why I use this thicker adhesive for this, or one of the reasons is because I don't want it to drip when I do this. To stay where I put it for the most part. Let's make it a little bit longer here. A little bit farther back onto the model. Okay, it's looking like a pretty good shape for some foliage. So then I'm just going to reach over here and grab some of this stuff with my fingers, a big clump of it. I'm just going to drop it right there and push it down. Okay, it looks like a pretty good shape. So now I've got the adhesive holding down the flock at the bottom, but I'm also going to get my mister at this point. And I'm going to spray a little bit on top of it. That's a little too narrow a beam. There we go, that's better. And this flock will soak that up. There we go. There we go. And I put some of the more liquid glue on top of it there so that it will dry nice and hard, and that way when you're gaming on the surface you won't have any problem. Alright, now we're going to put in on a bush. Yeah, I think to do that I'm going to go, this looks like a good spot for a bush right down here. So I'm going to put on some of this scenic glue straight for that rather than having it mixed with water. A reasonably good area here. There we go. And for this I'm going to use, let's go with a different color bush from that flock that we put down there. This one is plump foliage. And I'm just going to get a couple of pieces of that. And I'm going to push it right down in there. Yeah, I got a shape I'm pretty happy with right from the start there. So I'm going to let that stay. And again, I'm going to mist a little bit over the top of it, not too much, but a little bit. That'll all dry clear. It's got a white appearance now, but it should dry mostly clear. There we go. And again, I do that just to harden it up. Alright, so I'm going to go around the model and do this kind of work with two different colors of the coarse turf and several different colors of the clump foliage all the way around the model. We'll come back and see what the effect looks like when we're done.